First part of the tune, and I'm on my third finger, and I'm on the 3rd fret on the B string, and I'm going to be sliding up to the 5th fret like so, and I'm only going to be picking these 2 strings, so I'm only going to be picking the B and the E. Now the tricky part of this is that you've got to let this bottom E string ring out underneath when you're sliding. So it's not just one string, it's both. So that can be quite tough. So just make sure we're keeping that finger nice and upright. Otherwise you're going to cover that bottom string and stop it from ringing out. So play that note, 3rd fret on B, and slide to the 5th fret. That's our first move. Still playing those 2 notes together. Three, slide to 5, back to 3 onto the 1st finger. And now we're going to come up to the G string. So 3rd finger on the 4th fret on G, on the G string right there. So we start with the 3rd finger on the 4th fret on G, and we're going to slide back to the 2nd fret and eventually do a pull off there. And we're going to be hitting the G and the B string together. So let's get close up on this part here. So I'm hitting the G and the B string together now. That B string's running underneath the G, and it's an open string, so try not to cover that with your 3rd finger, try not to relax down too far, keep them nice and upright again, same as we started. So far we should have this. And now we pull off on the 3rd finger on the 2nd fret, like this. And after that we hammer on the 2nd fret on the D string, all done with the 3rd finger this part, from this bit onwards. Because you're going to come into that E chord there when you start to go. So far we should have this. And now make your E chord. And then you're going to strum the E string, the A string, and then you're going to skip a few strings and just hit the bottom 2. If you hit 3 strings, that's fine. But aim for the bottom 2, the B and the E string. All together now. We're up to here. I hit that last open string, and that's just before we come to this section. That slide into that is optional. You can just start from the 5th fret going. So the reason I'm coming on to my 3rd finger here and not my 2nd is because when I come back to the 2nd fret, the part that sounds like this bit, I'm making an E chord here, look. And so it's much easier to come onto your third finger and slide and do all of that part with your third finger, because you're then ready to make that E chord shape look. Okay, so from the E chord, I'm now on the A and the D string, and I'm sliding with my third finger again. You could do that with your second finger. And it's the A and the D string together. And in between those notes, you're going to be hitting the E string. Back to the 4th fret. So just going to play that bit really slowly for you. You can see what my fretting hand is doing, and then we're going to zoom in to the strumming hand. So that's 5th fret to begin with, twice, 5, 5, 4, 2, open string on top now. 5, 5, 4, 2, 2. And you're going to be staying on the A and the D string throughout that little section. In between hitting the A and the D string there, you're going to be strumming an open E string. So let's zoom in on the strumming hand and see what that's doing. So on my 5th fret here, you can see how I'm hitting the E string there, the open E string in between those little phrases of A and D. Except for when I go from the 4th to the 2nd fret. Now that just goes on its own. 5, open, 5, open, 4, 2, open, 2, open, 5, open, 5, open, 4, 2, open, 2, open. Now this is a little riff he plays just before we enter the main rhythm section on the C chord. Sounds like this. Bit of a slide down there where you end up on that C chord. And so on. Now that is a bar that I'm forming there. And I'm on the 7th fret. I'm starting from the D string. And I'm hammering onto the 9th fret of my 3rd finger. And then after that I'm hitting the G and the B string below it. So really got to squeeze firmly on that 1st finger on the 7th fret. So play the 7, hammer on to 9, and then strum the G and the B string below it. And again, and now it's just a hammer on and a slide. So 7, hammer on 9, strum the G and the B, and again, and then 7, hammer on 9, slide, and that'll bring us into the main rhythm section. Once more, really slow. Alright, cool. So we've made it this far. Let's keep going. So we've now on to the rhythm part of the song, which forms the main chunk of the song. So here are the chords for the rhythm. C, G, D, A, and E. And you stay a little bit longer on the E there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to play this rhythm section like Jimi Hendrix does, he would bring his, or he's known to bring his thumb over the top to play certain bar chords, or which would normally be played like this as a bar chord. He'd have his thumb over on the over on the top string there, the E string. So the chord shape looks like this. Bar the B in the E string with the first finger, 3rd fret. Take your 2nd finger, put it on the G string in the 4th fret, and then the 3rd finger will be on the A string in the 5th, and the pinky will be on the D string in the 5th. If you've ever done an F chord which looks like that, it's exactly the same. We're just on the 3rd fret here, and if you can, bring your thumb over the top and it will fret the top string there, like so. He also perhaps would do the same thing on the 5th fret for the A chord as well. And then that gives you room, if you would like, just to do some fancy little tricks, hammer-ons and pull-offs in your rhythm section. Now, there's a strumming pattern in this rhythm section, and I would say that it's open to interpretation. I think Jimi Hendrix would probably change it up quite a lot in his live performance. He wouldn't play it exactly the same each time. So let's just learn a simple one together which will sound good with these rhythm chords that we're playing. C, G, D, A, and E. And the strumming pattern that I'm going to teach you for this rhythm section is going to be down, 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 up. Then you change chord. Down, 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 up. Change to G. Down, 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 up. D. Down, 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 up. A. Down, 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 up. E. Down, 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 up. And again, because we stay longer on the E chord, so down, 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 up, down, 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 up, and again, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So here's the last thing to learn in the song. It's like the little interlude which takes place after the guitar solo. Here's how to play this last part then. So I'm on the A string, 3rd fret, 3rd finger, and I'm going to go now that was the A string, 3rd fret, followed by an open string on E, and then 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret on the E string. Those fingers as well, fingers 1, 2, 3. So open string on E, E string, 1, 2, 3. Then you come up to the A string on the 2nd fret and you go 2, 3, 4, 5, and those fingers just walk along, look. And then you do the same thing on the E string. So from the beginning, come up to the top, do the same thing, and then we move to the 4th fret on the A string, bring it into the E chord. So that last part again, 4th fret on the A string, and you go 4, 5, 6, 7, bring it into an E power chord there. You can either do that E chord there, or you can come back to here. I just find it easier coming up here because you're already there, look, you already go. Makes it nice and easy. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. I do 8 strums on that E there. So all together, slow. You might choose to do that last part all with one finger, because when you come up to that 7th fret to make the E chord, you're nice and in position there, rather than having to go do 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 and swapping to the 1st finger to make the bar chord. So with the 1st finger on the A string, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was also throwing in this, I was going 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 strums on the E chord. 1, 2, 3, and then you come 7th fret on the E string. Seventh fret on the E string, and you come onto your 1st finger on the 5th fret A string. So, and then bring it back to the E chord. So nice and slow. Here we go. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, please leave a comment below, and any subscriptions are very much appreciated. Cheers!